Hello, 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 hello. So, welcome to tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes. Tonight's episode is not sponsored. However, if you would like to become a Rydes N Vybes sponsor, make sure that you send you can send me a DM. You can also feel free to send me an email or send me a text message. All of my contact information is in the link tree in my bio. So feel free to reach out if you're interested in doing that. Tonight's guest is Keefa the Promoter. So Keefa is on the new gen side of racing. If you guys are not well versed on the new gen side, Keefa is like one of the go-to people on the new gen side. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking the link in my bio. September 2nd of this year makes 6 years of Rydes N Vybes. So you have a whole lot to catch up on if you haven't been subscribed. So I see Keefa joined, so I'll go ahead and bring him in, and then we'll go ahead and get. Hey there.
All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got
So
everything
thank
fixed.
thank you so much for sitting down, taking time out of your busy schedule I tell everybody, thank you for letting us get in your business a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we might ask some intrusive questions, and so I want to, I just want to thank you for letting us be nosy.
That's fine. That's fine. That's
All right. So I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions. Okay. All right. So tell me how you got started being into cars.
I got into it. I bought a car. I bought my first car, third gen Camaro for my boy Yo.
Mm-hmm.
Joined the car club. We was called HOW, Hell on Wheels. And we used to get cussed out and chunked out by Big Lat all the time because we were doing donuts and his car shows, and he used to get pissed off and be like, y'all young punks, stay off this shit, goddamn, do your own thing and shit. I mean, I don't know. That's how I got into cars. And then I remember me and my boy L, man, we used to always keep up with Dunkmaster a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
used to keep up with Dunkmaster a lot. Kept up with Dunkmaster a lot, and I think it was one day. I think one day I'll never forget this shit. It was one day, me and my boy. It was me, L, Jr. and my boy Khalil, and we was all saying we like one of these days, but we gonna meet them niggas one day. And Lord, boy, I wish I didn't, boy. God damn, boy, fuck.
Why
Boy,
you
you
wish
got to
you didn't?
man, shit, man. You see all the gray hair I got on all of my shit, man. Goddamn racing, man. I ain't even 35 yet. Shit, look 40.
It's
Man.
stressing you out.
It's not a fun sport. It's addicting, but it's not fun. It's not. The hell with this. Telling
So being that all those that you was getting cussed out by Lat, what made you stay on the new gen side versus going with old school?
you know what's crazy? I always wanted the old school. That's the crazy part. Um, I don't think I started. I don't think, cause see, all my cars were old schools. I had a I had a 90, I had a 91 IROC, clean as
Mm-hmm.
hell, and then somebody totaled that, and then I had a 79 uh second gen Camaro,
Mm-hmm.
had that, blew the motor on that one, and then I got my first Corvette, was a C4 Corvette, wrecked that one. Then I got another C4 Corvette that was blue. Somebody hit me head on with that one, and then shit, I
You
just
just wasn't having no luck with the old school. You was like, let me just.
nope. Not a net. Every car underneath 90, what, 1990, 89. Yeah, it was over with. I said, the hell with this shit. And I just got a new Corvette. It wasn't even a new Corvette then. It was like still oldish, but it was newish.
Right.
So it was like, so
You said these old cars bad luck to me. Let me stay on the new side.
I've been good ever since. I've been good ever since. I ain't had an accident, no wreck, no blown motors, no nothing. I've been good ever since. I like that hell with it.
All right, so I'll get right into the fans' questions. Someone asked, when you gonna get working on your YouTube channel?
Probably never.
Why is that?
And you know it's crazy. So many people have been telling me to do YouTube. It's crazy. When I did have a YouTube channel when COVID hit, I think I reached like 500 subscribers in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
But um, back then, I probably would do it now.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would, but back then it was too hard to do that. Locking
Mm-hmm.
in races all day on
Right.
live, arguing with niggas all day on live, going out into the road, flagging the races, doing that shit. Then me trying to record, like I didn't have a personal camera person,
Right.
you know, and me trying to record, do all that, come home, edit, and do this. Nah, I was like, man, fuck that. I'll let somebody else goddamn do that. I ain't doing that shit.
Well, here's the thing when it comes to YouTube. First and foremost, a major change that has happened is now you no longer have to have 1,000 subscribers to get paid. It's only 500. So if you're already at 500, you just need to start posting stuff. Post anything. Post
They
something.
changed it?
And then yes, they changed that. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I was like, dang, they didn't change it when I didn't have a
Yeah, yeah.
thousand.
What the hell? 500. I'm going back on my old YouTube channel. I'm gonna get back on there. Cause I
Yeah,
know on
so
my old YouTube channel, I know I got almost like 1K. I
right,
know that for a fact. But I
right.
don't post on it. I didn't know you. Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh
and then the
shit. Well, to
other
that
thing
person,
is
I'm
if you are really okay, so this is what someone who's really very like my following is probably small compared to a lot of people's following, right? But um one of the people that has a lot of followers on a lot of their stuff, um let me see what happened, Keefa. One of the
my
people
bad,
that
my
have
bad.
has a
Yeah, my bad.
lot of following,
My bad.
one of the people that has a lot of following on a lot of stuff, they said all they do is post the same thing on every single thing. Cause it's gonna be somebody that got YouTube that don't got Instagram
Mm-hmm.
or that don't have TikTok
Mm-hmm.
or that don't have Facebook. So
Mm-hmm.
they post the same thing on every single thing, and then that's how they get monetized on everything. So their TikTok they're getting
I
paid,
know that.
their Facebook they're getting paid, their Instagram they're getting paid, and their YouTube they're getting paid. And also, if you go read up on it, I didn't really read the email that they sent me, but they're paying a lot of money for shorts now. So shorts are, couple seconds, you
Mm.
know, 30, I think 60 seconds, like a minute or less. So post the shorts and you'll get paid. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
So
know that.
I feel like a lot of people are leaving a lot of money on the table, and I tell people all the time, you can either say one day or day one, and so tomorrow need to be your day one, starting back posting on your YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad you. I see some of the. I know my comments done froze, but I see that a lot of people didn't even know that. So you just put us down on some major game. I did not know
Yeah,
they changed that. I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Because when I got that email, I was like, ain't no way. Y'all done made me work all hard to get to my 1,000 subscribers, and now they only need
500.
500. Yeah,
Shit. It
that's
ain't easy getting subscribers if you ain't got no wave. If you ain't got no
right.
wave, it's hard. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's challenging.
Well, the
That's
other
challenging.
thing is, I feel like people, what I've come to learn about just social media and life in general, people claim they want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them, right? So if you look at your analytics, like even on your Instagram, right? Look at how many people will, how you look at your insights, your analytics. Look at how many non-followers look at your stuff,
I
and
made a
I'd be
post.
like,
I made a
that's
post last week. I have over half a million. I have over half a million views on my goddamn page. That's how many people come to my page. In the last 30 days,
mm-hmm,
I have over half a million
mm-hmm.
people that came to my page. looked at it and everything. I'm
Right.
stuck at 8,000 followers,
Right.
not even reached 9 yet.
Right.
My views, I'm shadow banned right now, but my views, they average between 2,500 to 1,500. But right now, I'm only seeing like 900 to 1,000. That's how I know I'm shadow banned.
So I signed up for a program on Instagram where you have a Meta representative that calls you once a month. So I talked to my Meta representative yesterday, and I told them that. I said, listen, I feel like I'm shadow banned. I usually have 1.1 million insights, 1.1 million or more,
Damn.
right? Now I don't even know if I get 1,000, like you said, I don't even know if I get 1,000 views on a post. You know what I'm saying? On some of my posts. But I think I'm only at 300,000 insights for the last 30 days. I've never been at as little as 300,000 insights. And so he said it's in our best interest for to push you guys content. I said, I don't know what's in y'all best interest, but I don't feel like y'all are pushing our content. Even one of my celebrity friends, he feels like he's shadow banned and he has millions of followers,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But he feels like he's shadow banned and he said it to me. So I don't know what the deal is with them.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people are moving away from IG, moving to things like Twitch,
Yeah.
moving to, of course,
Yeah.
TikTok is very popular,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stays. But even Boost Doctor was telling me Facebook is paying a good amount of money now.
See, I just can't get into Facebook. Now my Twitch, that's another thing. See, I don't know, man. I don't know what be wrong with me. I think I got ADHD or something. Because my Twitch, I got 1,000 subscribers on there.
Right?
And when I go on Twitch, they got ads on there. And you get paid off ads, view time, and something else. Man, I remember I used to go on Twitch and record the street races. I make $300
You
for
know what
that
I'm
month.
saying?
Just for that race.
Mm-hmm.
When I went on TikTok, because they had some last year, it was like some gay rally going
Mm-hmm.
on where people just kept reporting people's lives and your live get took for 30, 60 days. So I
Right.
said, the F this, I went to TikTok.
Right.
I mean, I went to TikTok. Now, first of all, I couldn't believe it. You know, I used to see people with the little roses and coins. I'd be like, man, ain't no way that shit money. Man, let me tell you something. I went live one time for the first time at a street race on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Just to experiment. I had over 100,000 likes, and my first TikTok check was $700. Why I'm getting
Mm.
that? Now, the reason why I'm not on TikTok right now is because I'm trying to I got this vision of doing something, but I ain't did it yet.
Right.
So that's why I'm not pushing TikTok right now.
Right.
But like when I still had, let's just say if I could still go back out in the streets, oh man, I'd be eating right now. I
Right.
wouldn't care because Instagram, you have to get to 10,000 followers to get the badges down at the bottom for
Right.
people to pay for that. And I had that before. I was eating good off of that. You know, I was straight off that, but it's too much with Instagram because the they give the I'm gonna be honest with you, they give the viewers too much power.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody spams that harassment button up at the
Mm-hmm.
top, they're just gonna take your live. I mean, you could try to appeal it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, and it's over with.
Right.
It's over
I'll
with.
say this though. My daughter was telling me before she got to 10,000 followers, she was they was trying to pay her. So I think it just depends on your it depends on like how much first of all, you got to pay attention. They'll send you'll have to go on your let me see if I can get it on my so when you go to your professional dashboard
Mm-hmm.
here, I don't know if you can
Mm-hmm.
see it.
Yeah, I
When
see
you
it.
go to your professional dashboard, um sometimes you'll have like a red dot that tells you that they have some type of information for you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay attention to that because if they have like information for you saying that you can monetize, I
Mm-hmm.
know some people were able to monetize before they got to 10,000. Now, back when I was able to monetize, you had to be at 10,000. But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a lot of things that they're
Mm-hmm.
changing. And I've got a whole long list of stuff that I want to talk to my representative about when I talk to them again. Like I said, it's a lot of programs. It's a lot of things that if you pay attention to when they send you notifications, you can sign up for all type of, like, now they have edits. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I got
Did you
the
see the
edit.
edit? Okay.
Yeah, I got that.
So now they're pushing, they want you to use the edits for Instagram versus all the other editing apps. Now, I think going forward, they may end up giving some type of incentive for us to use their edits versus using the other editing apps that we're using. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that I think we have to pay attention to now that I'm here in Jersey and I'm starting to do research, because I've been doing a lot of research on algorithms, how to make sure. It's a free service, Boosted Beards. You just have to sign up for it. But it's a lot of things that I'm trying to pay attention to and do my research on, because it makes no sense why some people can have so much traction and so much going on Instagram, and then people who are actually trying don't have the traction that they should have, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So but yeah, so you gotta get started back on your YouTube, because you're leaving it, especially on your TikTok and all those other things, you're leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah, I know. I'm bullshitting. I am bullshitting.
Yeah.
It's just the thing about TikTok that made me get away from them is every time I uploaded a race, they would not, like, what was it called? They'll ban it or say it's unsafe
Right.
or whatnot, and it won't show up in the algorithm. And
What about Twitch? Were you able to post them on Twitch?
yeah, Twitch was cool. I never had a problem with Twitch. Twitch, it let me cuss, and I'm going around looking at all the stuff and looking at the race. I don't have a problem with Twitch. It's just Twitch. If I did my Twitch, it would have to be set up on some type of podcast situation now, other than me live broadcasting, a street race. Now, I am going to start doing Twitch at my shows that I do. So, if you don't want to watch it on Instagram Live, you can watch it on Twitch, HD, by hook it up to your TV, da da da. But
That's what's up.
yeah, I am doing that. I am gonna do that for my next show that I got coming up. So
When's your
I have
next
my
show?
June 21st.
So I looked at your page before I got. So why don't you have that on your page?
My people just had a show this weekend, so out of respect, I didn't want to like promote a show before them because that was their first show. So just out of respect, on the promoter aspect, it looks weird when someone has a show that you're cool with, and then you still trying to push your show, but then they got their show, and so I just waited till their show got done, and I'm getting ready to drop my flyer like later on this week.
All right, so we'll agree to disagree on that,
All right.
because here's the thing. I respect all my people, right? But I feel like you have to be your biggest advocate.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Them people, the money you make ain't contingent on the money they gonna make. Whoever gonna come to your stuff gonna come to your stuff. Whoever gonna go to their stuff gonna go to their stuff. And especially it's far enough out. Last weekend was what, April? They had their show in April or May?
May.
Okay.
May 2nd and 3rd.
Okay, so May 2nd and 3rd has nothing to do with June. You could have still been promoting your show.
True.
And the other thing that I've noticed about people, especially, let me just speak for myself. I ain't gonna talk. I don't know who your people are, so I'm not gonna say that. What I will say about me is, I used to go hard for so many people that never posted my show not once in life. I used to post their race. I still do it, right? Just because that's the type of person I am. I post their races, I post their shows, I post what they got going on. And I've never not once seen them post my show ever, unless they was gonna be on it. Now I do my show every week, and everybody in the, especially on the old school side, knows I do my show every week, right? But I've never seen them post my show. So that's what you have to ask yourself. Or work out something with your friend, with your people. Like, okay, hey, listen, I'm going to post y'all show, but I have to stay on top of posting my show. I got to stay on top of promoting my show because this is my bread and butter.
Yeah, you right. You right about that.
Especially if y'all ain't paying me.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't paying me to promote.
you right. You right about that. Yeah, it's business. Can't mix business with feelings. So
Business
you right.
is never personal.
Yeah, business is never personal. You absolutely right about that.
Right.
So,
Right.
but
That's why I don't do
the flyer will be up. The flyer will be up this week. It will be up this week. I work on my own flyers. I do my own flyers.
right.
I do my own stuff. Like I'm real in house. I don't like waiting on people. I don't like doing like. I like doing. I got a. I got my mind made up how I want it done in X Y Z. So yeah, I just yeah.
So let me say this too. You know, I'm a big fan of giving people their flowers while they're here to smell them. You know, I won't say I used to have a I didn't used to like you. I, I didn't. I didn't used to like you, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just used to do a lot. You just used to do a lot, and now I actually like you.
Yeah,
You have
I.
gotten, maybe you have gotten older and you have gotten wiser.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it
And I'm
is.
like,
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. I think the reason why, and I think I rub off wrong on a lot of people because of my mouth. And what it is that I'm gonna tell you one thing people like. They like drama, they like controversy, and they like to hear arguments. And for some reason, when I grew up, I grew up playing football my whole life.
right,
All we did was talk shit. That's all I did was talk shit. I've been talking shit my whole life.
right,
So when I came into the game, I didn't want to be no nice guy holding hands. Like I wanted to start shit. I just
right,
wanted to start shit. And then I'm also an alpha male. I don't bend the knee. I don't
right,
think, you know what I'm saying? I don't bend the knee. Like I'll meet you and be like, you ain't shit. But not like you ain't shit in like your real life. I'm be like, fuck
right.
you. You know, you ain't shit. You don't race. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is you? You know. So it's just like I do rub people off the wrong way, but then when you get to know me, you like, bro, this nigga really cool, bro. Like, he ain't like who I thought he was, like this asshole, this, that. I just like talking shit. I mean, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you something, auntie. I'm gonna tell you something. How okay, you asked me how I got into cars. That's how I got into cars. How I got into promoting, you won't believe it. It was one random ass fucking day. It was at nighttime. Never forget. This was when I was driving Marta. And I was just looking up shit because I had a Challenger at this time, and I was just looking up. I didn't even know what grudge racing was. I just typed in shit talking racing, and it was like these dudes was just talking cash shit to each other. Bitch, lock in, fuck, nigga, pop. I'm like, damn, I like this. Damn, this is what these niggas do. So this when Instagram Live first came out, and I wasn't getting nothing but like one person may accidentally come in, peek in, get the fuck out, like, you know what I'm saying? And is this my homeboy B? He got on live one day, and I met him. I met him outside one day and followed him on Instagram. And I'll never forget it. He got on live and had like 10 to 12 people on there, and it was just fucking arguing. And I was like, damn,
Right,
this shit entertaining. Like, what the
right.
fuck? And I was like, damn. I said, damn, man, I think I want. I think I want to do this. And shit, I I just fucking I didn't know nothing about racing. I got on live. I was telling people, come on, let's lock in, let's do and we were just racing for free and just meeting up racing, and it just blew up after that. Like I just blew up, and that's how I got into shit talking and promoting. That's how I got into the shit. And once I did a couple street events and it was just going big, and then the numbers kept rising, because I'll never forget it. I remember the first time I hit 20 views on there. I thought I was a man. Then I remember one time it went up to 40 views. I was like, oh shit, I'm booming. Man, the first time I hit 100 people on live, man, you couldn't tell me shit, man. You couldn't tell me nothing. Consistent 100 too, just consistent. Man, I was like, oh man, hell yeah, man, but nigga, we up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just I don't know, man. It's just a niche. I mean, people gonna love me, people gonna hate me, but when you get to know me, you be like, man, this nigga really cool. He just starts shit. He just
You
messy. He
know
starts shit.
what's weird about me? Well, maybe not weird. What the way that I am?
Mm,
If I form the opinion that you too messy or I don't like you, I'm not gonna get to know you. But I will watch you because I'm in the car culture, right?
mm,
I'm gonna watch everything everybody do.
mm,
So even though I may not even follow the person, I already know what they do.
mm,
So now I'm like, oh, Keefa calming down.
mm.
He's starting to make sure he about his business
Yeah,
more than talking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He might still talk smack, but he gonna back it up. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? He's
yeah,
starting to he's getting older. He's
yeah.
starting to be about his business. He's starting to have track events. He's starting to understand the business the business that goes into this.
Aspect. Yeah, and it is. It. Be honest with you, Miss KP. Um, believe it or not, this shit is a lot of business. And I
It
didn't.
is.
Nobody gave me the blueprint. Nobody held my hand. Nobody taught me how to do this. My mama ain't helped me.
Right.
My mama didn't get involved until my grandmama came to one of my events and it was packed out. And my grandmama called my mama and was like, "Hey, we gotta back him." Like I just seen my grandson have all these thousands of people coming up here to come to his event, but we need to back him. And my mama
Right.
was like, "What?" And then my mama came to one of my events and saw the line coming through, and my mom was like, "You do this?" I like, and I used to tell my mama, and my mama, you know, she used to think I just blowing smoke. Like, they be like, "Mom, I run the city." You know what I'm saying? She like, get the fuck out of here." But then
Right.
when she came to one of my events and she ran my door, she was like, "Okay." So then my mama like put money behind me and made me connect, got me a lawyer, all types of shit, da 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 da. Like she reads over all my contracts, and so it's just like, it is business. I learned everything by myself. Now I did have friends and associates that have given me pointers.
Right.
I do things, but I'm gonna tell you, I am a man. At the end of the day, my ego put a lot of speed bumps because I could probably be up top way somewhere, but my
Right.
ego and my pride did block some of my doors.
Right.
People were like, man, you gotta rock with these folks. I mean, fuck them folks. I can do it on my own. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do it on my and didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have. Yeah, I missed out on some opportunities. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did, and I just had to sit down with one of my homeboys this past weekend. Me and him, I sat in his car, and he talked to me. He was like, I see you are progressing and you are smoothing, ironing out. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, you have done some shit in the past, and some people may still got bitter taste in their mouth, and still more, or may have a perception of you that we know you ain't like that, but they got this. It's just in their mind that you this type person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it was like, your ego did stop some things. And I was like, yeah, it did. My
Right.
ego stopped me on a lot of shit, career wise, racing wise, relationship wise. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, I learn things as I go. Nobody's perfect. Everybody learns at a different pace, a different rate. So, I'm learning. I'm
Well,
learning.
do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 34, about to be 35.
So you're getting older and you're starting to not saying you weren't a man. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
being disrespectful when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
But as somebody who's way older than you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know that men tend to mature much slower than women.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
that you are getting older and you understand, hey, listen, I blocked my
Mm-hmm.
blessings. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing you said that. You are taking accountability.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't take accountability. And so now you're understanding because you by your own account, you could have been way further ahead than what you are now. So now that you know better, you'll do
Yeah,
better.
yeah, a whole lot better. I'm still rusty on certain things. I have a temper problem,
Yeah.
and uh, I know when I get like barrage with a shitload of questions, or what I'm saying, especially questions I can't answer, I
Right.
tend to get real defensive,
Right.
real defensive. Like fuck you, I just told you I don't fucking know. Fuck you, everything you stand for, But
Right.
it's like I don't know. I be trying to tell people like you got to work with me. I'm not perfect, you just got to work with me. I have my ways, but one thing I will say, I never fucked nobody over no money. I
Right.
never stole from nobody. I
Right.
never did X, Y, and Z. So, a lot of people could make jokes and say what they want to say, blah, 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 but trust me, if there's no way I could still be in the game if
Right.
I ever did anything dirty like that. Ever. Like, if I ever incriminate, there's no way. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's just, Yeah, I put it like this: you don't get views unless you speak about me.
Right.
If you were to go live right now, Miss KP, and say, "Where's the $10,000?" I shit you not, 150, just like that. Where's
Right.
Keefa? Let's talk about the 10,000, 150 views, just like that. So sometimes people just talk shit about me, just get views.
Well, people are all about messiness, right?
Uh-huh.
If me and you was on here arguing, we'd have 500 people. But when you're on talking about something real or talking about something that's going to be being smart, being vulnerable, talking about like real life stuff and not being messy or arguing or talking smack about nobody. Now they'll see it after because they always go, here's the thing, they always go look after, they want to see what you said, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't want, and I'm gonna tell you something else I found out. First of all, I don't have no fake page. I will never, ain't nobody on God's green earth or Mary or none of the little lambs or none of the elves or the seven dwarfs that I wanted to see that bad that would make me make a fake page. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care to see nobody
Mm-hmm.
that much. But I
Mm-hmm.
have found out people will make fake pages so they can come in and see. They do not want you to see that they wanted to see you.
Or not, no, you gotta dig a little deeper. Some people make fake pages to talk shit about you, and so you can't know that it's them because they're the same people that be right there in your face,
Right.
right there, standing right there. So at this point it just caught the game, bro. It just
Yeah.
yeah, what it is. I mean, they
Yeah.
going
Right. I'm not. I'm not. I would. I don't know. I say what I'm gonna always say what I gotta say.
yeah.
Just like how I just said what I said to you now. I'm gonna fall on my sword. I'm gonna say what I said. What I said because one thing I do think we have in common is if I don't like somebody, no matter how popular they are in the car culture, and I'm Rydes N Vybes. Like I've been around the car culture. My show in September will be 6 years. I've been doing my show.
Mm.
But if I don't like you, or I think you messy, or I don't like your business practices, I don't give a damn if you got 5 million followers. I'm never
You
going
ain't
to ask you
getting
to come
on.
on my
Yep,
show.
you're not getting on.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
not talking to you.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. If I don't fuck with you, I'm be right now. I'm not putting you on. I'm not
Right.
putting you on. I don't want to give you no shine. You ain't getting on my platform. The hell with you. Fuck you. I'm good. I'm smooth on you. I don't want to do no business. I don't want to do nothing. I'm straight. But then again, then people on my background would be like, see, your ego. You know what I'm saying? But it be like sometimes you be like, bro, I just can't, bro. I can't. I
Right.
just can't. It just ain't gonna work, bro. It ain't gonna work because I really want to beat this nigga ass, and you want me to do work with him. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not. No, I'm not. No, no, I
And even
can't.
though I'm a girl, I be thinking the same thing. I really want to
Yeah,
throat punch him.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not even.
No, I can't do it. I just can't. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I just can't. If they say the wrong goddamn thing, it's just gonna go left. No, I'm all right. I'm cool.
And the other thing is, I think people don't understand. Sometimes it be your intuition, right? You
Mhm.
know that this person, like for me, more than anything, is bad business practices,
Mm-hmm.
and it's being belittling to people, because there's people in this car culture that they have the worst business practices,
Mm-hmm.
and they talk to people crazy. They belittle people at like just because they quote unquote may have a couple more dollars than people, they're gonna talk to people crazy. That's one thing I've never done. I grew up with money. I've never been poor my entire life. I don't have poor stories. I can't
Mm-hmm.
tell you that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But well, when I was younger, I did, like when I was little, right? But
Mm-hmm.
as I got like older, when I got like in high school and on from there, I never talked to people crazy, because sometimes people can't help their situation. You know, people in high school couldn't help their situation. They couldn't help that their parents didn't have as much money as my parents had. I can't
Mm-hmm.
talk to them crazy and make them feel away, because you never know. Them might be the people that's going to be millionaires now.
Yeah.
And they're going to always think, hey, she treated me really nice in school.
Yeah.
She never talked to me crazy, even though my shoes might have had holes in them. I can remember bringing kids clothes and shoes to school. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because sometimes people, they can't help their situation. Even now, sometimes like men, most especially, you guys as men, right? Y'all
Mm-hmm.
have kids, and some of y'all got wives or girlfriends, so y'all trying to take care of everything, so it doesn't leave you money to maybe work on an old school like you might want to. It may not leave you money to you might can't afford to live in a so many square foot house.
Mm-hmm.
You might can't afford to have your daily driver car and then have so for
Race
some of
car.
these guys and even girls to get up and talk to people crazy, that grinds my gears so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe it or not, I don't like when I do my messiness, it be about racing.
Right,
I don't like talking about people's living situation and shit like that, because I ain't never like my mama and them, just like you said, I've been raised in suburbs. I tell somebody from straight up, I'm from the suburbs. I ain't had no fucked up childhood. I ain't have to go hungry, sleep with roaches and all that shit. I mean, if you did, that's your business. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But I've like I try to stay away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because especially like on the success that I got, I don't like popping it. Now,
right,
if I pop it, it's because I'm excited because I did something.
right,
I'm not popping it like, nigga, I'm better than you. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Because
right,
in the position I'm at, I'm not shit without my racers. I don't give a damn what nobody
right,
say. I don't give a damn. I call myself the baddest promoter in the world. If the racers don't fuck with you,
right,
the fuck you promoting? You know what I'm saying?
right,
You throw a show, nobody gonna show up.
right.
So I don't do that. But don't get me wrong though. You try to goddamn go that route with me, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, you said it first. I didn't pop it off, so I'm damn sure gonna punch you in the stomach. So now
Right,
we gonna go eye to eye. But I kind of realized, bro, like now that I got older, I'm not explaining myself to nobody.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, folk be like, "Oh, you broke a hell, you did it." Like,
Okay.
ain't gonna lie, you
All right.
hustling, you gonna have your ups and
Right,
downs. I tell you straight up,
right,
you not gonna tell me you a hustler and you didn't tell me you had fucked up dry moments. There's
right,
times you have $5,000 fuck off money, and then there's days you only got $5 to your name. You gotta call somebody, hey bro, you spot me, and then till I get there, flip that, and then I got there and give the money back. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have your ups and downs. I just started working a job within the past like 3 years. I was living off racing. I was making good money doing racing. Like I was making good money. I'm just now getting back, and you had your ups and your downs. My shows were my breadwinners. My shows would last me for months until the next show.
right,
But then 2022 and 2023 and 2024 were my worst years in promoting,
right.
because all my shows got rained out. They were just getting rained
Um,
out, rained out, rained out, rained out. So, not the cap, I made a living off street racing.
right,
I was making good money off street racing. My boys were tipping me money for every lock-in race that I did. So
right,
we bam, 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 bam. So it was good for a business, because people are looking at it like, damn, this boy Keefa, they racing every fucking day. Then it's good for money, because every race that I lock in, I'm getting a percentage.
as they
So it's
should.
cool off that. Yeah, so and that's why I respect my people. My people didn't have to bless me. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? I didn't even come up with that. They came up with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They came up with it and was like, man, Keefa be outside with us about 4 or 5 hours, arguing, losing their voice, whoop whoop, da da da. Man, we got to start tip. Because at first they were blessing me with $20. You know what I'm saying? They'll do a race, they'll give me $20.
Right.
I was like, all right, cool. You know, I ain't tripping about that, $20. But then, yeah, I think they had a big ass meeting or something. They was like, bro, we at least got to get this nigga half of the lock in. So if they locked in $100 on 1,000, um, basically, no, it's not half. Basically, they would give me 50-50, like $50 on one side of lock in, $50 on the other, so it would equal up to 100.
Okay.
So if they locked in $150 on 1,500, they would get $200 back
Okay.
because they would give me the 100 and just go from there. I'm like, that's the least we can do because I'm making good calls. I ain't fucking nobody over. And we
Right.
doing good racing plus the promo that comes behind it. You going on a whole different platform.
Right.
So when that happened, I was living good. Then police got involved and fucked everything up. And I was just like,
Listen,
man,
now that done passed them laws.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah. They made an example out my ass. I ain't gonna lie. They
Wait,
did.
what?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh, yeah. They built the case up on me last year, and they sentenced me to 60 days in jail, and I went to jail. Had to turn myself in January 3rd, and I got out in February. So yeah. I just got out of jail probably like a month or two ago. Yup.
Oh my goodness.
And I wasn't even racing. They got me for promoting and organizing.
Yeah, because now they don't pass them laws.
They made us. They got
Oh my
my discovery
goodness.
packet. My discovery packet is sitting right here, and my discovery packet says that I am the biggest promoter of illegal drag racing in Metro Atlanta and the whole southeast of the United States. Yeah, they sent me to the 6th floor with the murderers, the rapists, the armed robberies. Yeah, I was up there. Yeah, I wasn't even down there on the 4th floor. I was on the 6th floor in DeKalb County. So yeah, yeah, yeah. They made it. Oh, and then my probation. They really, this is why I said they bent me over and had their way with me. They put on my probation that I cannot be around any racing physically or virtually, and I'm not allowed to be at any track events.
Huh?
Yeah. Even
Till
legal
when?
track, 2 years.
Wait a minute. So, so June, I thought,
So I just threw a show, April 12th,
uh-huh.
packed it out. I was sitting right here in this bed. I had to have other people run my event.
Oh, flip.
Yeah,
That's
June
crazy.
21st, I'm gonna be sitting in this bed. Somebody else got to run my event. All I can do is promote, lock in the races, and I can't beat her.
But those are legal at the track. That is so crazy.
I
How
know
your
it.
lawyer let that slide?
I'm I have a new lawyer, and we're about to have a court date where he's gonna go back in front of the judge and tell the judge that he makes a living off of this. He has contracts with these tracks. How can he not go to a legal
Right.
place?
It's legal at the track.
And he has a legit business. I have an LLC, I have an
Right.
EIN, I have everything,
Right.
and that's how I make a living. So right
That's so
now, this is what,
crazy.
yeah, they had their way with me.
But listen,
They had their way.
listen. Outside of that, big shout out to you because you was the biggest promoter. I gotta see that. You gotta send me that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I gotta see, I gotta see the video of my last event. The last event had 800 people. It had 800
Yeah.
people. Yeah, it had
Yeah.
800 people in there. So hopefully I can. This is my last show of the year, so hopefully I can have 1,000, 1,000 people. If I can get 1,000 people to come to a show that I can't even attend that I'm throwing, yeah, I think
What
I'll be
track is it gonna be at?
Jackson, South Carolina.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's so crazy. You know, I've never been to a new gen event.
You you should come. You'll see that. I think if you come to a new gen event, you'll be like, oh shit. They talk nasty and they bet that dog shit. We bet
Well,
that dog shit.
well, I'm never in the staging lanes or anything. I get up and record the races because people be wanting to see the races. So I'm always in the stands recording the races. But I will say this: it probably can't be this one that you're having in June because I'm in New Jersey. But I will commit to coming to a new Gen event. So you have to let me know when you start planning for next year, or when you start planning for another one, then I'll commit to coming to one because I'm exploring different things outside of the big rim stuff because I love big rim, but I think I have lost some of my passion. So when I leave Jersey, I'm gonna check out the car scene in Jersey, and then I'm going to Arizona, and I'm going to in Arizona they into lowriders and like Fast and Furious type cars. So I'm gonna see what they got going on in Arizona when it comes to the cars because I've been doing my research for them out there, and they really, really, really got a lot of like car stuff going on out
Oh,
there. So
okay.
I'm gonna see what that's like because I don't know what happened to my passion for the big rim. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
it's a lot, but
Yeah,
I ain't
we
gonna.
won't get into it. How did it make you feel when your mom and your grandma got behind you?
Actually felt good. Um, it felt good because uh, I've always tried to impress my mom. Believe it or
Right.
not, my mom always had her own business, and me being the oldest, I've always wanted to impress her, and I was like the rebellious child. She wanted me to work a cubicle, do this, do all that. Now here I am, driving truck, tattoos all over me and shit like that. But I've always been an entertainer. Like I always made people laugh.
Right.
I always make people laugh. And yeah, when I did it, I remember I told my mom about it. She brushed it off. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just keep going on. She not gonna understand. But when my mom like really got like involved in it, man, that shit felt good. Like the shit I even got now, she's involved. It gets annoying sometimes because then she be on my ass. She'll call me, did you do this? Did you talk to that person? Did you? I'm like, God damn. No, I didn't do it yet. No. But it's always good to have your parents, support.
Right.
And, so yeah, I felt damn good when my mom actually really got behind me.
Where do you see yourself and your brand in the next 3 years?
Well, um, I was blessed with a TV contract. So
Oh,
the reality TV show. I have a reality TV show with Ice Cube for grudge racing. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay.
I got that done. I pray to God that the views and everything's good, and if that goes well, I see my brand multi-million, multiple seasons, streaming, all over.
Right.
So hopefully in the next 3 years, the racers that are involved with me and myself will be national TV sponsorships, just living the dream.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, that's why I'm hoping in 3 years.
All
Hoping.
right. Last question. When you're no longer doing this, what would you like for your legacy to be?
Believe it or not, my the only thing I swear, my legacy, if I was to stop, the only thing I will really want to achieve is to be the first person to have a legalized street where we can race at.
That's dope.
Now, if I can some way somehow in one of these days have a street in Atlanta or
Mm-hmm.
Georgia where is it's sanctioned and they won't mess with you, and I was the first person to like get it done, Yeah, that would be that. I wouldn't mind hanging up. I hang up. I hang up because cause that right there, I'm done. That
Right.
road will always be there for life as the signature. You can go to that road and you can race, no
Right.
problem.
Right.
So yeah, that would be my legacy. That would be that.
All right. So those were all my questions. Talk to them about your upcoming race, and is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we get out of here?
Uh, well, the upcoming show is Kings of the South. King of the South. Meet up and die. Georgia versus Alabama versus South Carolina. We got beef with each other. We're gonna be having that at Jackson. Uh, it's gonna be a grudge event, but we will have some shootouts formed up into it. Another thing I want to say is I really want to tell people, don't change who you are to try to fit in with other folks. People people either gonna fuck with you or they ain't, and a lot of people not gonna fuck with you when you stand out.
Right.
They not, and don't try to fit in. You know, you see, just because you see 10 people say I don't fuck with him, don't be that guy and be like, yeah, I don't fuck with him either because 10 other folk like,
Right.
yo, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Uh, don't let nobody persuade you to do something that you don't want to do, because I've done that and I followed behind some people and I thought was living good, and these motherfuckers living off disability checks and shit and all types of bullshit. Don't just be your goddamn self, man. Be yourself. Don't fold underneath pressure. If a million people tell you to don't do it, that's probably because they see that you can do it. Just do it. And if you fail, fuck it. At least you said I tried. Shit, man. Fuck a hater. I don't give a damn. Fuck them. Like, you can't stop me. You may not like me, but you can't stop me. I don't give a damn who you is. You ain't gotta be like, man, Keefa, you can't stop me. I'm just be straight up. You can put up 10, 20 people and say, well, we don't fuck with him. We ain't going to none of his shit. We don't support none of his shit. Or we don't give a damn what he doing. I know it, but just your 10 will get outshined by another 40 people that fuck with me. So I don't give a damn. Just to all the hating niggas, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Fuck you. Fuck your mama for having you. Oh, that was too much. That was my bad. My bad. My bad.
I shouldn't have. I feel like
Yeah,
I set myself
yeah,
up
yeah.
for
You opened
for
that.
just
You opened
giving
up
you
that door.
time.
You had me on the leash.
For,
You had me on the leash. You took the muzzle off. You took the muzzle off. You took the muzzle off. You did that. You did that. You did that. You just would have kept that muzzle. See, I was in the cage. I was doing good. You know what I'm saying? But then when you like, well, is there anything you want to say? Why, yes, it is. Yes. I really could go on a rant. I really could. But I'm not gonna do that. Not on Miss KP. Not on Miss KP show. Not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I'd just get that out there. Ruffle up somebody's feathers, because it's probably somebody just heard that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Look, he doing it again. Man, I don't give a
well,
damn.
here's the thing. If I'm and I'm a hard sell, right? Like it's hard to once you lost me to get me back. So I feel like if you could get me back on your side,
Uh-huh.
then I'm you could everybody else will fall in line, right?
Yes, man.
Because if once you lost me, you can't really like in life. Once anybody lose me, they can't really get me back. But like I said, I watched you long enough, and I said, okay, this young man he's getting older, he's getting wiser. You know what I'm saying? He is really coming into his own. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing about. Listen, let me just say this, and I know I shouldn't. I know I probably shouldn't say this,
Mm-hmm.
but that discovery package, I think you won me.
Mm.
I think you won me.
Really?
When I see them, when you send me that picture,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
uh, when I proofread and verify, oh yeah, I'm on your side. Cause it's a street in Jacksonville where I'm from in Florida
Uh-huh.
that the police know we race back there. They don't come back there unless somebody get hurt.
Mm.
So I feel like it's got to be some kind of way that could happen in Atlanta as well, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. So I feel like you just got to find a good location.
Well, see, I'm
And
gonna tell you, not to cut you off. The street where we were at, the police know that we be back there.
mm-hmm,
They have came back there when I've thrown big street events
mm-hmm,
and not locked up nobody.
right,
They were just like, hey, look, clean this shit up when you're done.
right,
Make sure there's no trash. So these warehouses won't fuck with, gonna call us.
mm-hmm,
And just for the time being, because we're out here, y'all leave for 30 minutes and y'all come on back. Cool,
right,
say less. But what it was once again my ego. There was this one officer that had a hard on for me,
oh Lord,
and I would get on live and be like, fuck you, you can't catch me, and oh, that bitch got me. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, he
he
got me.
all through your
Oh,
discovery package.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
He
Oh, he was such a
say
badass.
he
He was such a badass. He got on my live. I never get it. I had 300 people on my live at a race. He got on my live in the comments on his page and said, "Who in here wants to lock in that I get Keefa locked up for all the charges that I have on him?" Oh yeah, he's a bad some bitch. I don't want no. I don't want no problems with him, boy. No. But the second thing I want to tell you is before we get off, believe it or not, when I first got into the game and I first got on straight live, didn't know straight from a can of paint.
right.
Got on straight live, all them big rim folks, woody woo. They was like, hey, this guy right here deals with all the new school cars. And I remember I talked to Straight, and I talked to Straight, and I got cool with Easy, and I got cool with Easy, and I got cool with Don Master, and everybody else fell in line. I remember I saw your page way back then, and I saw I used to get on everybody's lives. Cause back then, you used to get on people's lives, and you give you inputs, and people would come on your shit. I said, man, I wonder if one day if I can get on this lady live. I wonder one of these days, man, I think if I get on her shit, man, my shit be booming. Now look at this shit. That was in 2020. That was in 2020. 2021. So I was like, and here I am on yours, on your page. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I never said it. I never said it. You know what I'm saying? But I never forget that shit. Like I remember I saw your page. I used to follow you on my first two older pages. But then, when I made this page, I was like, fuck that. I ain't really following nobody. I ain't doing all that shit.
Right.
Some hating ass person gonna goddamn take this damn page. This is my fourth damn page. I'm like, shit, man. I'm just tired of this shit. I said, if I lose one more page, it's over with. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with Instagram. But yeah, man, Miss KP, when you hit me up and you said come to interview, I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Well, I always tell people just because it hasn't happened don't mean it won't happen.
yeah.
I always am a big I really believe in when it's supposed to happen, that's when it's gonna happen. And look, you was able to come on here and talk about so much stuff. Your upcoming your show, you being on TV. Like it was so much stuff that and not for nothing, like you got off the leash a little bit. I ain't gonna lie,
Mm,
but you did well. You did
yeah,
really well. You
yeah,
you 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 you
yeah,
got off the leash a little bit, but
yeah.
you did really well. Back in those days, you probably wouldn't have been able to do as well as you did.
Nah. Nah, yeah. Hey, look, everything happens for a reason. I had to mature to get on this. I had to mature. Like you said, I rubbed you off the wrong way. You was like, hell no, you ain't get on my shit. Hell no. Hell no. I don't even like this young punk. No, no, no. He disrespectful. He on everybody live, cussing him out, calling him out. No, 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 no. So I feel like everything happens. I live by that rule. Everything in life happens for a reason.
Right.
Everything
Well,
in
because I
life
tell
happens
people,
for a reason.
yeah, because I tell people just because I didn't grow up poor don't mean I ain't from the hood,
Hmm.
and I'm from Jacksonville. So I can go there. I
Yeah.
just try not to go there
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I'm a
Yes,
businesswoman.
ma'am.
So I try not to. Now, if I gotta go there, I will.
We'll
But I
get
try
there.
not to put myself in situations where I have to even go there, like we talked about earlier. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want to put yourself in a situation where you gotta go there with somebody.
Yeah.
So,
And I had to, mm, I think that is part of growing up because I have been removing myself from a lot of situations that were giving me, stressing me out, arguing, losing my voice, falling out with folks. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that it's crazy. It's crazy that this year, well, no, it was when I was in jail, and then I got out of jail. I learned that I'm not explaining nothing anymore.
right,
Whatever perception you got of me, that's just you. You just had that perception.
right,
I'm not gonna try to your opinion of me. I'm not gonna try to divert that. I'm not gonna try to do anything. You said I did this. All right, I did it. Yeah. All right,
exactly,
what do you want me to do? You want me to come in here and explain myself? I'm a grown ass man, like you a grown ass man. I'm not gonna
right.
come in here and explain nothing. You think I did something dirty to you? Okay. All right.
Well,
Well, if I did,
Well, too, another thing is, and this is what I often tell people, right? Silence speaks so loud, right? I don't have to even tell you I'm not explaining myself. One thing that makes people so mad with me is I will okay you to death. You
yeah,
like it's some things that you can't tell me about me. You can't tell me I'm fat.
yeah,
I look every day in the mirror at myself.
yeah,
So I'm gonna be like, okay,
yeah, yeah,
a lot of things you gonna call me, but one thing you can't call me is broke.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
even if you
And
do,
even if you call me broke, yeah.
okay,
Fuck yeah. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
cool,
I'm fucked
okay.
up. Yeah. You right.
You go to the ATM and pull out 1,000, and I'm gonna go and pull out 1,000. Then
Yep.
after that, you pull out 2,000, and I'm gonna pull out 2,000,
Yep.
and we gonna
Who
see how
stopped?
far we can go.
Yeah. Let's see who stopped. Yeah, you right. You right.
Right, right.
You right.
But
Mm-hmm.
luckily, I have never had to get to that point. I don't know if you believe in signs, but I'm a Taurus,
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot get mad. If I get I I try not to ever get mad because we don't have no in between. We 0 or 1,000.
Same thing with Sagittarius.
Yeah, we
We
0
try
or
to
1,000. So
yeah,
when I get
yeah,
to that 1,000, it's gonna be bad.
yeah.
It's for
That's why
somebody.
yeah,
I'm gonna crash out.
yeah,
I'm taking some people with me,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's yeah. Me and you got the same mindset because I joke and play with you, but the moment you cross that line,
Right.
I'm either gonna whoop your ass or I'm gonna tell you some deep dark secrets and you gonna cry. You gonna cry in that shower. I'm
Right.
telling you. I had to put out a warning shot today. It was too much goddamn playing around, and I told niggas if you really want me to go there, I will go there. But I try to avoid that because I'm too much of a
In my
real nigga, so I
uh,
can't people trust me with certain secrets and certain things, and it's just like I'm not doing that.
yeah.
Even if I'm not gonna put your business out because somebody else made me
Right.
mad that know
Right.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just get on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Or I just be like, you know what? All right, bro, you got it, bro. You got it.
So
Whatever you say, you got it.
I kind of make it a practice not to ever get to that point. I never like it's people that I will never talk to ever again. Some people in the car world, some people not. It's people I'll never talk to ever again. I don't care if hell freezes over, right? But I know their secrets and I will never tell their secrets. Cause I'm just that person. Now everybody's not like that, but
Yeah.
I know I can sleep well at night knowing that I'm not that way. I'm never gonna tell your secrets. It's people I'll never talk to again, but I'm never gonna tell their secrets.
I think my
And that's just
I
who I
think
am.
another flaw. I think another flaw in me. I know we gonna say it about many times. We gonna wrap this up, but I had to say this. Another flaw that I had to learn of myself that I grew up, and that's why I'm glad I talked to one of my homeboys this weekend because he seen it as well. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm emotional. I am emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm emotional because, and I think the reason why I'm emotional because I don't fuck over people. And
Right.
when people try to paint a narrative on me that I fuck over people, do that like would set me off all the
Right.
way. Cause I always look out for other folks. You know what I'm saying? All the time. I done quit my job, sacrifice time with my kids, put money in the other shit where I could have got a house, could have got
Mm-hmm.
this, could have got that to push my brand and other folks. And when people try to come to me sideways and be like, "Oh, you selfish," or "you did this and you that," and I be like, "Okay, bro, now you." you finna piss me off because you don't know how much I sacrifice behind this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You niggas are younger than me and got more than me because I put a lot of this money, time, and effort into this shit so y'all niggas have a platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they'll never understand it because they didn't do it. And when you try to tell people, all right, well, I tell you what, I step down, you do what I do. Oh, man, I ain't got the time to. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, okay. You ain't got the time to. Get who had to make time? I did. But I
Right.
love what I do. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love what I do, and my kids love it. And my kids, like my daughter, she wants to do what I want to do. It pisses her mama off. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I tell people all the time, it's not for the weak. I'm just be straight up with you. It's not.
Well, people don't know your struggle, so they'll never understand your hustle. So, and the other thing is, what you have to realize is, and this is what I had to tell myself, because I quit corporate America way back in 2021. And I had a career making a lot of money, right? But
Mm,
you do realize most people in life, they not even living, they just existing. They go to work, they hate their job, they hate their life, they hate what they're doing. And a lot of times people hate you because you're able to live out your dream. You love what you do, right? You just
yeah,
you just told us you just now getting a job, right?
yeah,
But you woke up every day and loved your life, right? But
yep,
most people don't do that. They don't wake up every day and love their life. They can't wake up every day and say, you know what, if I leave here today, I was good.
yeah,
They just on autopilot and having to do what they have to do, not doing what they want to do. Most people in life have to do what they have to do. They can never do what they want to do.
yeah, yeah.
And so
And
that's why a
that
lot of
makes
times
sense.
people hate people.
Yeah, that makes sense because yeah, because I could literally be like I could kick the bucket now. I could be like,
Right.
shit. I was packing out shows. I had fans. She'd go to Walmart picking up some Fruit of the Loom drawers, and somebody gonna be like, "Keep up, boy! I watch your shit." When I was in jail, matter of fact, no bullshit. When I was in jail, a dude came up to me. He was like, "Bro, is your name Keefa?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I watch your live all." I'm like, "Oh man, fuck! I'm in jail. Got a motherfucker in jail. Know who the hell I am? Shit, you know." But you know, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's a blessing. I would say it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Man, listen, I say all the time, I'm blessed to be able to do what I love. I love
Yeah,
my life.
yeah,
I love my life. And a lot of people don't even love their life. They can't say that. They got a job they hate. They with a husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife that they hate. They
yeah,
hate they hate the car they drive. They hate the city they live in. They hate the house they live in. They just hate their life. And I can't listen. You know what I said? I'm gonna probably post that video tomorrow. I can't go back and forth with somebody who they bank is Cash App or they bank is
oh,
Chime.
oh
They don't even
shit,
have a branch they can walk
oh
into
shit.
and get no money and go talk to a banker. They bank through Cash App or they bank through Chime. What I look like arguing with you? Why would I do that?
Yeah, you right. You right. And that is that's some strong shit right there. Like, why am I arguing with you? He ain't got a bank account. Yeah, that damn.
I can't do it. I'm not. I refuse. I'm gonna say, okay, all right, cool. You right. Mm-hmm. Cause you ain't got no reason not to crash out. I got too much to live for. I am not about to crash out. No, I can't do it. But I just want to tell you, so thank you so much for sitting down, letting us get in your business. We covered a lot. I learned a lot about
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
And yeah, and we went over a little bit, but yeah, it was a great, great, great interview. You did really well. I'm proud.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So thank you. And don't forget, let me know when it's gonna be the next, because I promise I'm gonna commit to coming to a new gen race. I may love it. I may end up being on the new gen side.
I hope so. I hope you can make it to June 21st. But if not, there's plenty of other promoters that are out here that are gonna have
No,
another
I'm gonna come
show.
to one of your shows. I don't know them. I'm coming to one of your
Okay.
shows.
Yes, ma'am. Well, June 21st that's the one that's locked in. So if
Okay.
you can make it, if you can make it. All you got to do is just pull up. You ain't even got to worry about paying to get in. I make sure you just ride smooth on through. That's on
Well,
my
thank
face
you. I
card.
appreciate it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your night. All right, guys. So if y'all missed any of tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes with Keefa, you can catch the full replay on YouTube. If you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you click the link in my bio and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in to tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.